Have you ever pondered the enigma that is your own mind? How can it be that something so small and seemingly insignificant can contain the vast universe of your thoughts, dreams, and desires? Every second, a multitude of electrical impulses are shooting across this 3-pound mass we affectionately refer to as the brain. This mass, that looks like nothing more than a lump of jelly, is responsible for every thought you've ever had, every memory you hold dear, and every emotion you've ever felt. Now, how does this brain, this wondrous marvel of nature, imagine angels, contemplate the meaning of infinity, and even question its own place in the cosmos? How can it conceive of things that are beyond its physical reach, beyond its sensory perceptions? How does it bridge the gap between the material world and the realm of the abstract? These questions, these curiosities about the nature of our own consciousness, have puzzled mankind for centuries. Since the dawn of civilization, the human race has been fascinated with the mind and its workings. It's an interest that traces back to the earliest civilizations. Our ancestors, who were just beginning to understand the world around them, held their own theories about the brain and its functions. Ancient Egyptians, for instance, believed the heart was the seat of intelligence and emotion. They regarded the heart as the center of a person's being, their character, their thoughts, their feelings. It was seen as the driving force behind a person's actions and decisions. Despite their focus on the heart, the Egyptians were not completely ignorant of the brain's significance. They acknowledged the brain as an organ of some significance, even if they didn't fully understand its function. Their recognition of the brain's importance, while not entirely accurate, was a stepping stone in the long journey of neuroscience. As civilization progressed, so did our understanding of the brain. Fast forward to the age of the great philosophers of ancient Greece. Here we find sagacious minds like Plato and Aristotle, who pondered deeply over the nature of human cognition. They dedicated their lives to understanding the human mind, to unlocking the mysteries of thought and consciousness. Their philosophical theories laid the foundation for much of what we know about the mind today. These ancient thinkers were not just philosophers, but early psychologists and neuroscientists. They observed, they questioned, and they theorized. Their work, their curiosity about the human mind has shaped the way we view the brain today. Moving forward, the human fascination with the mind didn't stop with the Greeks. Every era, every civilization has left its mark on the field of neuroscience. From ancient times to the modern day, scientists, philosophers, and thinkers from all over the world have contributed to our understanding of the brain. In the Middle Ages, scholars such as Thomas Aquinas continued to explore the mysteries of the brain. The Renaissance brought about new theories and discoveries, with figures like Leonardo da Vinci making considerable contributions. The Enlightenment era saw a shift in focus to empirical evidence and scientific methods shaping the face of modern neuroscience. The 20th and 21st centuries have seen an explosion of knowledge about the brain, thanks to advancements in technology and research. We now know more about the brain than ever before, yet there is still so much more to learn. The human fascination with the mind continues to drive us, to push us to explore and understand this remarkable organ. Have you ever pondered the enigma that is your own mind? How does a 3-pound mass of jelly that you can hold in the palm of your hand imagine angels, contemplate the meaning of infinity, and even question its own place in the cosmos? The human fascination with the mind traces back to the earliest civilizations. Ancient Egyptians, for instance, believed the heart was the seat of intelligence and emotion, though they did recognize the brain as an organ of some significance. Fast forward to the great philosophers of ancient Greece, such as Plato and Aristotle, who pondered deeply over the nature of human cognition. The Enlightenment era saw the birth of modern psychology, a time rich in intellectual growth and philosophical exploration. During this period, revolutionary thinkers and philosophers such as René Descartes began to delve into the intricacies of the mind-body problem, contemplating the connection between physical matter and conscious experience. He and his contemporaries were curious to understand how the immaterial mind could influence the material body, and vice versa. This line of inquiry marked the genesis of cognitive inquiry, influencing a sea of change in the way consciousness was perceived. In the grand spectrum of intellectual history, the Enlightenment stands out as an age of profound questioning, a time when old certainties were shattered and new ideas were born. It was about tearing down the walls of ignorance, about exploring the full extent of human potential. The Enlightenment transformed the way we think about ourselves, about our minds and bodies, and the world around us. Yet despite these advancements, the brain, the organ that houses our consciousness, remained a mystery. It was not until the 19th century that scientists began to understand the brain as the center of thought and emotion. Scholars like Franz Joseph Gall and Paul Broca made significant strides in localizing brain functions to specific regions, contributing to the burgeoning field of scientific neuroscience. The 19th century was also a time of significant technological advancements. From the development of the microscope to the evolution of surgical techniques, these scientific advances provided researchers with the tools they needed to delve deeper into the human brain. As they explored this uncharted territory, they began to uncover the brain's complex structure and intricate web of neuronal connections. They discovered that the brain was not a homogeneous entity, but was made up of distinct regions, each responsible for different facets of thought and emotion. The dawn of the 20th century saw further advancements in neuroscience. The discovery of neurons and their role in transmitting information across the brain was a quantum leap in understanding the brain's workings. Yet despite these strides, the brain largely elusive, shrouded in layers of complexity and intricacy. In the mid-20th century, however, a significant development occurred. The advent of technology like electroencephalography or EEG provided the first real-time images of brain activity. With EEG, scientists could monitor the brain's electrical activity, enabling them to understand the underlying mechanisms of consciousness better. This signified the start of a new era in neuroscience, an age of unprecedented exploration and understanding. This technology not only enabled scientists to monitor brain activity, but also provided a window into the brain's inner workings. With EEG, neuroscience researchers could map and understand the brain's electrical activity patterns, which are the basis of our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. Thus, from the philosophies of the Enlightenment to the advanced neuroscience of the 20th century, the understanding of the human brain has always been at the forefront of human exploration. Clearly, the journey to unravel the mysteries of the human mind and brain is a remarkable saga that continues to unravel with each passing day. Through the lenses of philosophy, science, and technology, we have begun to uncover the complexities of the human mind, charting a course toward a better understanding of ourselves and our place in the world. In the mid-20th century, the advent of technology like electroencephalography, or EEG, provided the first real-time images of brain activity, marking a new era in neuroscience. Fast forward to the present day and we have tools like functional magnetic resonance imaging, or fMRI, that allow us to map the brain with astonishing detail. It's an era of unparalleled technological prowess. The human civilization has journeyed a long way since the first primitive tools, marking another milestone in our understanding of the human brain. With sophisticated technology like fMRI, we now have the ability to visually explore the vast complexities of the human brain, a process that was unimaginable a few decades ago. The fMRI is a non-invasive procedure that uses a strong magnetic field and radio waves to create detailed images of the brain and other body parts. This technology allows scientists to map out the brain in ways they never could before, shedding light on our most complex organ. They can view the brain's intricate pathways, investigate its microstructures, and witness the dynamic interactions that occur within it every second of every day. These technological advancements in neuroscience have opened up new frontiers in our understanding of various cognitive processes, such as learning and memory, language and creativity, and even the elusive nature of consciousness itself. They have revolutionized our understanding of the human mind, bringing us closer to answering some of the most profound questions about our existence and our capabilities. For instance, research into neuroplasticity, a key concept in neuroscience, has transformed our understanding of the brain's capacity to change and adapt. This idea contends that the brain isn't a rigid organ, but a malleable one, capable of adjusting its structure and function in response to different experiences. From the formation of new synaptic connections to the strengthening of existing ones, neuroplasticity demonstrates our brain's incredible flexibility. Meanwhile, studies into the neural networks of memory are shedding light on how we store and retrieve information. It's fascinating to explore how our brain encodes, stores, and retrieves memories. The complex web of neurons that make up these networks is being painstakingly traced, offering insights into the ways our brain processes information and forms memories. In the realm of language and creativity, neuroscientists are identifying the specific regions of the brain that light up when we craft a poem or solve a complex problem. We are beginning to unravel the enigmatic relationship between brain activity and creative expression, a connection that has intrigued thinkers for centuries. The advent of technologies like fMRI has brought us closer to understanding how our brain generates original ideas and how it manipulates language to express these ideas. Our understanding of consciousness, though still evolving, has also been greatly enhanced. Once considered the domain of philosophers and theologians, the question of consciousness is now being examined through the lens of neuroscience. It's a challenging, complex, and profoundly important field that seeks to uncover the mechanisms that generate our subjective experiences, the essence of who we are. And as for consciousness, well, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? But even here, the interplay of neuroscience and philosophy is yielding tantalizing clues. As we continue to explore the depths of the human mind with our advanced tools and technologies, the secrets of the brain are gradually coming into sharper focus. We are on the cusp of entirely new understandings and, dare say, revolutions in the arena of neuroscience. To sum it all up, the journey of neuroscience is a thrilling one. It is a captivating expedition that has seen humanity strive to understand the very essence that governs our thoughts, emotions, and actions. From the primitive days when our ancestors first pondered about the mechanisms behind our thoughts and dreams to the advanced technological era we live in today, the quest for understanding the human brain has been an enduring one. The path has been paved by numerous trailblazers, each one adding a piece to the intricate puzzle. Philosophers in ancient Greece, such as Hippocrates and Aristotle, were among the pioneers who sought to understand the workings of the mind. They proposed theories, sparked debates, and sowed the seeds for the future development of neuroscience. The torch was then passed on to the great minds of the Renaissance, who made significant strides in understanding the anatomy of the brain. Artists like Leonardo da Vinci sketched detailed diagrams of the human brain, while scholars like Andreas Vesalius pushed the boundaries of knowledge with their detailed autopsies and dissections. Then came the era of enlightenment, where the focus shifted from mere anatomical studies to the functional aspects of the brain. This period saw the birth of psychology as a discipline, with philosophers and scientists like Sigmund Freud and Carl Jung delving deeper into the realms of consciousness and subconsciousness. In the 20th century, the advent of technologies like electroencephalography, EEG, and magnetic resonance imaging, MRI, revolutionized the field of neuroscience. These developments allowed us to visualize the brain's activity in real time, providing unprecedented insights into its intricate workings. From earliest musings on the nature of the mind to the high-tech brain scans of today, we've come a long way in our quest to understand ourselves. The timeline is filled with tales of breakthroughs and discoveries, each one taking us a step closer to unraveling the enigma that is the human brain. And yet, the journey is far from over. The brain, with its labyrinthine neural networks and unfathomable depths of complexity, continues to beckon us with its mysteries. New frontiers are continually emerging, from understanding the molecular basis of neurological disorders to exploring the impact of artificial intelligence on our cognitive processes. Neuroscientists today stand at the precipice of a whole new world of discoveries, equipped with the knowledge of the past and the tools of the future. But it's not just the complexities of the brain that we're to decipher. The investigation extends beyond the physical and into the metaphysical. As we probe deeper into the brain, we're also delving into philosophical questions about consciousness, free will, and the nature of reality itself. The answers we find could fundamentally reshape our understanding of what it means to be alive, to perceive, to feel, and to think. The quest for understanding the brain isn't just a scientific pursuit. It's an exploration of our very identity, our sense of self, and our place in the universe. It's a reflection of our innate curiosity and our relentless desire to venture into the unknown. It's a testament to our resilience, our ingenuity, and our capacity to dream. But one thing's for sure, as we unravel these mysteries, we're not just learning about the brain, we're learning about the essence of what it means to be human. As we navigate the labyrinth of the mind, we're not just mapping neurons and synapses, we're charting the contours of our consciousness and sketching the blueprint of our very existence.